All right. Hey, guys, what is up? Just here on a Friday, just here hanging out with my good friend Jake Silpe, former D1 player from Penn State. From Penn. Introduce yourself, dude.
Hey everyone, Mitch. First of all, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. There's no one I'd rather be on a live stream podcast with than you. Yes, my name is Jake Silpe from Cherry Hill. Grew up with Mitch right down the street, actually. So we played a lot of pickup basketball when we were younger, and other sports. But yeah, I went on to play college basketball at the University of Penn, and went to Wharton, and now I am up in New York City. Well, I'm home now, but if it weren't for COVID, I'd be up in New York City, working at Bank of America doing investment banking.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even know you did that. God dang.
Yeah, that's what I do now. But I will say there's no one more passionate about Philadelphia sports than this guy, Mitch Kosky, right here. And I've been listening to his videos all the time. On Twitter, he's done a great job, and he's been blowing up lately. And now I think the new thing is you're calling Ben Simmons not his name, but number 25.
Yeah. Yeah. We kind of have to at this point, right? We kind of have to right now.
I don't know. I think it may, and we may talk about this later. I'm not sure your agenda, but it may be something similar to what James Harden did, right? He was pending to be traded. He was going to get traded in the offseason, but he hung around the Rockets for a little bit and then eventually got traded. So that may be what we do with Ben, but who knows?
He might pull a Kawhi, dude. He might pull a Kawhi.
Like sign long-term with Philly?
No, he might sit out and not do anything. Remember, he's in San Antonio?
Oh, right, yeah.
So he might do that, and then, Yeah, so discuss your journey to Penn and how all that went down.
It was so when I was being recruited, I definitely knew that I wanted to go to a school that had, a good education, and I was interested in finance, so a business school would have been great too. I've always had hometown support playing basketball in high school, and I thought that was very important to me. So it seemed like Penn came on to me and were recruiting me all of high school, so it seemed like a perfect fit. I got into the business school. They offered me a scholarship to play. The Palestra is one of the best places to play in the country. My hometown friends, my family will be able to, go to the games. And, the culture at Penn, it's great. Historically, an amazing, phenomenal Penn basketball school. So it worked out. And as most people do when they get to college, and everyone's the hot commodity in high school. But you face adversity. Now you're playing with other college players who are very good. And you got to prove yourself again and time again and at practice. So, my path to your question, Mitch, was, I played and I started my freshman year. And, I started the whole season, and we did well, but, I don't think we, played to the level what we expected to play. And that was a fine year. I got good experience and I started. But then my sophomore year, we brought in a couple recruits, a transfer or two, and I wasn't really shooting the ball that well. My freshman year, I was more of a facilitator, passer, pretty good defender, but I wasn't scoring at a high clip and shooting at a high clip. And our offense was, a lot of threes, a lot of good shots, good ball movement. And Coach Steve Donahue came in when I came in. So my first year was his first year, and, played a ton, but then sophomore year came around and I didn't play. I wasn't shooting the ball well, and other guys were shooting the ball well and playing over me, and they deserved to. They were better than me. And, then I didn't play, and I just kept on working out, kept my head down, and, really put in the extra time on my jumper. And then by junior year, got back in the mix. I came off the bench my junior year. And by the time the Ivy League playoffs and the Ivy League season came around, I was really contributing from the bench. I was playing a lot. I had some really good games. And then my senior year, so here's when it all comes full circle. So senior year, Or I want to step back because my junior year team did some great things. We went to the March Madness. We won the Ivy League. We went on to be a 16 seed, which we weren't too thrilled about, because most Ivy League schools, you think you won the Ivy League, you may be like a 14 seed, like a 13, at most a 15, right? And then on the day we're Selection Sunday, we see, okay, Penn is going up to Wichita to play the Kansas Jayhawks. And we're like, is that really the draw that we get? So that's what happened. I think we lost by 25. We were in the game. We were down by 7 at half. And so that was a great year. Amazing year, my junior year. Senior year comes around, and I really worked out hard and practiced all hours of the day and really put in the time and was shooting the ball a lot better. So my senior year, we had some great wins, and I, contributed a lot to the team as a sixth man and sometimes starter. We beat Villanova. At the time, we beat Miami. We went to, what's the team? Not Nevada. I think we beat Dayton my junior year, but we beat Temple. We won the Big Five. We beat all the Philly schools, but Villanova was one of our big wins. We beat New Mexico, which is another big win. But yeah, and I played a ton, and I shot the ball really well and had an amazing college experience. But again, I learned from adversity, like everyone does. You just got to keep battling through.
Yeah. I still can't believe. Now, you started senior year, right? You did?
I started the games towards the end of the season. In the beginning, I came off the bench, but by the time the Ivy League conference games were being played, I was starting. But I would say, like, we really had starters, and we didn't really have a set. We had some guys who started every game, but there were always, different starters a lot of games. You just never knew when your number was going to be called. And it really depended on, you would have to perform in practice and you would have to earn it. And some guys started, some guys didn't, but it didn't really matter. We had a next man up mentality. So you always had to be ready.
Yeah. Now, my dad wanted me to ask you this.
Yeah.
Why was Donahue playing over you? My dad was just like, come on, Jake's better than that.
Oh, man. Jackson's one of my really good buddies. Jackson's a really good shooter. He earned it. When he was playing, he played a lot his sophomore year, and a lot his freshman year, and again in his senior year. But he's a really good shooter, and he did things on the court at the time that I couldn't do, and I did things that he couldn't do. So I don't know. It's difficult to say why some guys start over some guys, but if you're in it, we all respect each other, and he's a really good player, and he earned everything that he's getting. He earned everything, and he worked for it. So nothing against Jackson, but he's a great player and a great teammate.
Yeah. Now, I thought he was the coach's son. No,
he got that a lot. It's funny. He would get that a lot, and people just don't know. It's just the same last name, but sometimes Jackson would play it off and say, "Yeah, it's my dad," or "It's my uncle." So it's funny.
All right. So I want to actually go back to your time at East. You started your freshman year of high school, correct?
Yes. After the third game in the season, I believe I started after we beat Bishop Eustace, who was number 1 in South Jersey at the time.
Yeah.
That was some team. That was
I'm trying to think who was on that team.
So it was. I'll start with the senior class. And I might be forgetting people, but Jesse Gold, Brett Rosen, Tyler Berlinski, Jake Gherkin, Mark Schlessel, Taj Frazier, and then we had juniors. Am I forgetting any seniors? I think that was it.
I think you got it.
Seniors or juniors. I know Andrew Saul was on the team. Hank Davis was on the team. Ravin was on the team. Josh Warren was on the team.
Yeah.
Austin Wetzler was on the team. Andrew Brown was on the team.
Yeah.
I may be missing some people, but it was a good team. A lot of experience. The seniors were awesome. Like that was the first time I think we went to the sectionals, right? And we played Atlantic City at home.
Yeah.
And, although we lost, and it was just a ton of fun. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, I was at that game. That crowd was crazy.
It always is against Atlantic City, especially when you go there. But then they'll come out at halftime in full court press, and they'll scream AC Vikings, and just it's just so loud. But it's
I remember that. Yeah, I actually remember your uncle being behind me, like just yelling.
Yeah, everyone was yelling. That was a ton of fun that year. Yeah, you called it. That was a good game.
Yeah, my dad actually snuck us in through the front of the line and just got us in. I'm like,
that's how you got to do it.
Yeah, no, but it was just like, come on, I hate that time.
I don't know if East is selling out like that anymore. The countrymen aren't as big.
I don't even know. Like, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I work at the JCC. I see all these guys all the time. I just don't know.
Yeah, I would like to go back to watch a game. I think they might have had a COVID breakout last year towards the end of the season, so I couldn't really get to go to a game. And I'm excited for once things die down, actually get to go to a game and see how they are. Yeah.
And you were the all-time leading scorer. You beat
second. Chris Santo. Remember Chris? Yeah. He scored close. I think he's right 3 points shy of 22,500 points. He scored a lot, and he was, I think, just 4 years older than me. But yeah, second all time. Yeah, it was a ton of fun.
Yeah. You had a good head coach in high school too.
Yeah, Dave Allen, great guy. Yeah, we have an awesome relationship. I have so much respect for him as a coach and as a person. Yeah. He's a really good friend.
Yeah, he was my teacher for 2 years.
Oh, nice.
He's still there, right? He's still there, or
yes, yes, still there. He's still coaching East. He's still there. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I want to ask you if that guy before DA, what was his name? Vavone? No.
Valori.
Huh?
John Valori.
Valori, right. Now, if he was your head coach, do you think he would have used you right, or just like how DA used you?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've never been coached by him, and every coach has their own philosophy. I think my freshman year we ran a similar offense as he ran, so it could have worked. I think I would have played. It's hard to tell because each coach, like I said, has their own philosophy. And it would have been great. I would have liked to have been coached by him. I think the more coaches I have, the better player I become, because you just learn different tendencies and different skills, and you work on different things. So
right. Now, after high school, you were starting to get offers. Where are you getting offers from? Penn, obviously.
Yes. So I think I had 14 offers after high school. When it was all said and done, I had 14 before I committed to Penn. I would say six of the 8 Ivy League schools. And again, when I say offer, Ivy League schools can't give an athletic scholarship. They can give you a spot on the team, but you don't get, you can't get an athletic scholarship. Whereas every other conference besides the Ivy League, it's more of like a full ride for an athletic scholarship. So 6 of the 8 Ivy League schools, I got a spot on the team, technically a scholarship. And then for a lot of the Patriot League schools, so the Colgates, the who am I thinking of? Colgate, Bucknell. There's a couple others, and then I got, they were like Florida Gulf Coast. I was getting a lot of interest from Iowa and Rutgers, some from Notre Dame, but the Ivies and the Patriots were what I was most focused on because of the education. So,
right.
Like Yale, Princeton, Penn, Cornell, those schools.
Hmm.
Harvard.
Yeah, Harvard, of course. Um, I thought you were getting an offer from Villanova, didn't you not?
No, never got an
No?
offer from Nova, and
Yeah.
and I didn't really get recruited from them. I played against a lot of their players,
Yeah.
and at Penn, we're lucky because we get the opportunity to play Villanova every year, and I'm 1-3, so I'll take that against Nova. Would love to be 4-0, but they've had a lot of NBA players come through there, and some players I
Yeah.
work out all the time. Jalen Brunson, I used
Yeah.
to work out with a lot. Mikal Bridges, I played with. But yeah, I love being so close to them that we could work out in the summer. So yeah, it was a lot of fun playing them.
Wait, I didn't know you played with Bridges.
I played with Bridges a little bit. Yeah, he would come to next level
Oh yeah, I forgot.
with Jalen sometimes, and then Kendrick Dunn, right? That's his name, Kendrick Dunn.
It was I know who you're talking about. I forget his name.
He was
Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn.
Chris Dunn. I'm thinking of Kendrick Nunn. And
Yeah, Nunn went to the Lakers. Yeah.
So Chris Dunn, I also played with. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. I remember you were getting like all these practices. It was on your Instagram and everything. And I was just thinking, like, dude, I grew up with this kid. I was like, what the hell?
Mitch, we would play basketball. We played the JCC all the time.
Yeah, I would never play you, but still.
No, we would shoot around a little bit. You'd always be there watching the game.
Yeah.
And we also used to play video games all the time.
Yeah, I still do. I play with this Alex all the time. So.
Yeah. What was the game? It was Mario,
2K, Madden. We played it all. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember in the basement we were playing football. I think you know what happened then.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it happens.
Well,
it happens, but
it happens. Have you still been shooting around at the JCC a little bit?
I tried, but I work there, so I spend most of my time working.
Right.
And with this COVID thing, it was just like all the precautions are there, but now they're being lifted, so people are like shooting again. So.
All right, that could be fun. Just shooting around, get people back to the JCC.
I don't think they can do 5-on-5s yet, though. But people are just sitting there shooting. My dad's name is on the plaque. 3-point is still there.
Oh, no way!
It's still there. I'm like, come on.
Big Stan.
Yeah.
Does he ride his bikes all the time still?
He still rides his bike. He rides his bike in Stockton because of the shade. He rides his bike on Margate whenever we go down and stuff like that. So
awesome. And how's your mom and sister doing?
They're good. They're good. Samantha moved out like last year, so I'm using her room as her studio, as my studio actually. So my mom's teaching yoga still, all that stuff. So
great.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So we just got to talk about the Sixers at this point. I mean, come on, dude. What do you want them to do right now first?
Well, let's see what they did this offseason. Let's start there.
Offseason?
Yeah. Okay. You can lead me through, but the most recent signing, right? Danny Green, we got back.
Yeah.
Do you know who I think is going to be really good this year?
Who?
Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, I'm making a video about that after this, actually. So
I think he is going to play a lot of minutes, and I think he's shooting the ball a lot better. You saw him the other day. What do you have, like close to 40 points?
Something like that. I forget what he had last night, but
yeah. Yeah, so he's good. And then we have Drummond. He's going to fit in somehow. I'm excited. I just don't know. I mean, I think we're gonna be a team similar to last year. Like we're gonna be a 1 seed, 2 seed. We're gonna win a lot of regular season games, but it's just what happens when we're in the playoffs and it's crunch time, and the team's tendencies. We gotta figure out what we're doing with Ben. Whether that's really try to raise his stock in the first couple of games of the season and then trade him. I don't know. It's tough. But You just don't know. What are you thinking, Mitch?
I mean, honestly, I'm thinking about them showcasing Maxey for Damian Lillard. I honestly can see that, but in like a 3-team trade, that's how it'll work.
Yeah,
But obviously, I want Lillard. Who wouldn't?
yeah.
I mean, come on. How do you not want him? He doesn't want to be there. He didn't announce it yet, but he doesn't want to be there.
And they didn't do much to help Lillard out this offseason. I don't think they signed any players that, he was looking to sign. They lost out on a couple.
Yeah, someone said you should try to get a spot on the Blazers Summer League team.
I should.
But
be a standstill shooter from the corner.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just getting annoying. But do you trade Tobias for the contract issues?
Maybe. I like Tobias. If we trade Tobias, he's a player that you can just go to and get a bucket. We don't have many players that are tall wings. Tall wings are in. There's not a lot of supply. Tall wings, and he's a tall wing. So I think I want to keep him if I could.
So do I. But with that contract, it's just so bad.
He's on the max, right?
Yeah, he's on the max.
Yeah. And what's Embiid's contract look like?
I think he's on the max as well. He's eligible for like a raise because of being like the All NBA team or whatever. So
Yeah.
he's got eligibility for that. But I don't know if that's going to take place yet.
Okay, so let's go. So the players that we think are going to play the most minutes on the Sixers right now is Joel Embiid,
Yep.
Ben Simmons,
Mm-hmm.
Drummond,
Right.
Seth Curry,
Mm-hmm.
Tobias,
Okay.
Maxey,
Right.
and after that is where I think we have some issues.
Curry.
I say Curry. Yeah, Seth
Yeah.
Curry,
Okay.
Maxey. But like after that we're not that deep. We're not.
I mean, we re-signed Korkmaz.
Korkmaz, I forgot about him.
Yeah. I mean, I love Korkmaz, but he's not exactly. He's our best shooter we got on the bench.
Yeah, on the bench. Yes.
Mhm.
Did we sign anyone else? I think who else?
Georges Niang we got from Utah. I forget who else we got. I think that was just it. Georges, Drummond, and re-signed Green.
Yeah.
Those are like the big ones.
Yeah. Then do we have picks? If we wanted to give,
I think we have some picks. I'm not exactly sure, but we need like something here.
We'll have to ask Jake Fisher to craft us up a nice trade.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's actually giving me some contacts for more people to get on. So
that's awesome.
That's gonna work out. But I just don't know what to feel about the Sixers. Like every other team is getting better. The Bulls, Heat, Knicks, Hornets, Wizards. All these teams are getting better. Celtics even with Schroeder.
Who'd the Wizards and Celtics get?
The Celtics got Schroeder for like 1 year. You know about that, right?
Yeah. He one year for 5.9, and he was going to make like $20 million a year.
He was going to make 4 years, 48 mil or something, and then turn that down. So,
but the Wizards lost Russ, and who'd they get?
They got Dinwiddie.
Okay, so they got worse.
They got worse, you think?
I think Russ is better than Dinwiddie.
I think it's for the fit.
Maybe.
For the fit, you got to go Dinwiddie.
But yeah, I agree with you. The East got a lot better this offseason. The West is looking a little more human.
I mean, Toronto is nowhere to be found now. They lost everybody.
Toronto lost everybody. Yeah.
They're going to want to trade Pascal, too.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want him, but Schroeder screwed himself over. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm excited to see what we do. But are you a fan of Morey?
Yeah, I am. But what is he doing now? He's not making a big move yet. I mean, maybe we still gotta wait.
I think we need to get Ben's stock up a little bit. So we need to get Ben to play like 15 games. show that he still dominates in the places that he can, not the free throw line, but like in transition, getting rebounds, defending, show people that he's still an asset on the court, raise his stock a little bit, because before we were trying to get James Harden for Ben, and now it's turning into CJ McCollum. So, I think we gotta help Ben out and, get his stock up a little bit and then try to get Lillard. I'm with you.
Lucas, he played at Penn.
The University of Pennsylvania, in the Ivy League.
I mean, dude, I'm still thinking about that. I couldn't make it to a game because, travel issues or whatever, but I saw like all the highlights and I was watching you on TV and stuff. I mean,
yeah. We had some good TV games. I know Villanova was a really good game on TV, and our fans ended up storming the court after.
I remember that. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
obviously the March Madness game against Kansas.
Yeah. What was it like to play against like Brunson and all these guys in college? Even though you did play with them.
It's a good question. They're very good. Like when you see guys in the NBA who sometimes people say, "Oh, like he's not good," like whoever it is, Georges Niang, like not Georges Niang, but like bench players. When you look in the game and you're like, "Oh, they're not good," but then when you put those same bench players against the best of the best college players, it's insane the difference. These guys are so good at basketball. And when I'm playing against, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo, Jaylen Brown. I played against all these. I played against Jaylen Brown in AAU. I played against Rajon Tucker in AAU. I played against Jason. What's the guy's name?
Tatum?
Not Tatum. I played against who was the guy who got drafted? Chris. He was on Phoenix. He got drafted to Phoenix.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I forget his name. I know exactly who you're talking about.
But I also played against Marquise Chris. I played against DeJounte Murray. When you play against these guys, like they are so good, you just have to, really work hard. You have to defend, but they're NBA players. They have size, they have strength, they have length.
Yeah. So who's our favorite player of all time? Easy. I can answer it for both of us, I guess, right? Allen Iverson, I'm guessing.
Allen Iverson. Yeah, man. Absolutely. I was Allen Iverson for 2 of my Halloweens.
You and Alex, right? You and Alex?
And me and Alex. And when I was growing up playing hoops, I would always stay up late and watch his crossovers and his plays. In college, what did I average? I might have averaged like 8 a game, 9 a game, 7.
I mean, hey, that's
around there. In high school, a lot more, closer to 20.
I mean, yeah, you were the first option in high school.
Exactly. Yeah. I was more of a facilitator later.
Remember playing with Tim Perry?
Yeah.
What is he doing now? Do you know?
Tim was on Drexel, on the Drexel basketball team, played all 4 years, and they were just in the March Madness as well last year.
Wait, Tim would play for what? I didn't even think. Yeah. I thought he didn't want to play. I thought he didn't really want to play and stuff.
I know he committed to Drexel his junior year. I knew he played AAU, and he was playing really well at Drexel.
Oh, my God. I remember this one time. DA just had him stand in front of the out of bounds guy. That's it.
Yeah, to defend the basketball.
Yeah,
he's good on the inbounds because it's hard to pass it over him. He's very tall.
He's tall. What? I think
he's like 6'10".
6'10"?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I wish I was 6'10".
You had Drexel and your underdog to win the tournament.
Wow, that's a hot take.
Yeah, this guy always has.
Well, didn't they start out? I think they played Illinois the first game. It was so good.
I don't remember that. Someone says I used to play in the G League.
Oh man, maybe 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was debating on either playing overseas or
Wait,
yeah, I was debating playing overseas or working in finance in New York, and my body was it was time to hang up the basketball shoes.
Yeah. You must have insane grades.
I did pretty well. Penn's a hard school, so I was surrounded by geniuses. I will say.
Yeah. And I don't want to talk about Nick Mullins. Did you watch the game?
Oh, I watched a little bit, but you can speak more about Nick Mullins than I can.
Threw 2 interceptions, did nothing all second half, pretty much.
But his Watkins looked pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. That was just insane. He's going to break out. He's going to take the number 2 spot. Rager, I don't know. He didn't play well.
How about the one receiver we had who was a tall receiver who did well? Yeah, who had a couple breakout games.
He should be there. He was my breakout star for this year. I mean, he should do very well in my opinion. But Jalen Hurts, yeah, Watkins is insane. You're right. He is. So discuss your time at Next Level or Next Up. What is it called?
Next Level Sports. Yeah, that's the place where I grew up and I trained outside of school. I trained there with Omar Wellington and Marcus Bullock most of the time. Those were my 2 trainers. And I started there. I must have been 6 years old.
Yeah.
And I worked out with them up until I was a senior in high school. So it was a journey with both of them, and credit to I appreciate and respect both of them so much, and they really helped me develop my game over the years. They're great trainers. They're what was their slogan? Tough love, is here or something. Next level, tough love's here. I don't know, but they have tough love. Those guys are great. I wish I was more in touch with them now that I'm not. I haven't talked to them in a while, but I know they're still doing well. They're still training athletes, and I appreciate them so much.
Wait, where are they according to our house? Like how far?
They're about 15 minutes. They're near the train station.
Woodcrest?
No, the other one, close to Vito's, around there. Big Penn. I love it.
Yeah, his dad went there actually. I was talking to him before.
Go Quakers! I'm excited for them to have a season this year. Last year was canceled. They were the Ivy League was the only league that didn't have a season. I got my Big 5 championship shirt right here. 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
Mitch, I gotta get you one.
Hey, whatever. You know where I live. Yeah, like I said before.
That's awesome.
He went to a lot of games. I mean, yeah. I mean, I bet you can't wait to get back into the games.
Yeah. I'm very excited, and my parents have season tickets, so they'll be at a lot of the home games.
Oh, they got season tickets? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they went to all of my games. They had season tickets, and I'm hopefully going to be able to go to some games, especially when they play at Columbia because it's in New York City. I'll be at that game, but I would love to go back and watch the team. I think they'll be really good.
I know we talked about this, but someone just wanted them.
So where I was offered by 6 of the 8 Ivy League schools. I would say 4 of the 8, I believe there's 8 of the Patriot League schools. And then there are other schools like Drexel, Florida Gulf Coast. Yeah, I think there's a couple more.
Yeah.
Matt Howard. Yeah, he was a good player. Matt was a really good player. He was a senior when I was a.
Was he the center?
I was a sophomore. No, he was a wing. He was like a 6'4" wing who was very athletic and could shoot the ball a lot better towards the end of when he was a senior. But he was a really good player.
Yeah. Who was the center?
My freshman year, his name was Darian Nelson Henry.
Okay, I was like, man, that guy was big.
Yeah, he was very big. And AJ Brodeur was the center, and Max Rothschild were the two centers, and Colin McManus. They were the three centers when I was a sophomore, junior, senior. Yes, Colgate offered me. I loved Colgate so much.
I heard that campus is beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, can't wait for the football games.
Yeah. So Mitch, at the football games, the fans throw toast on the field. It's a tradition. Not on the right. Was it on the? I don't know if it's on the field. I think it's at halftime, right? And the fans will just throw the toast on the field. Just a tradition that Penn does. Yeah, Max. So Max Rothschild, he's one of my really good friends. He worked with the Sixers and would work out Joel Embiid. Max was he was my year, and he was a center on the Penn basketball team. And after he graduated, he worked as a trainer for the Sixers. He would player development for the Sixers. So every day he would work out Joel Embiid and other centers. And he recently, last year, I believe, switched over to the Bulls. So now I think he's working out Vucevic and doing some other things, more video and scouting, but he's doing really well there.
My God. Jeez, you got to hook me up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually the toast lands on the crap.
Mitch, remind me once Penn's in season to bring you to a Penn basketball game so you can do the plethora.
All right, got you. But on the track though, I just don't understand the toast. I'm sorry, I just don't understand the freaking toast.
I don't either. I like to eat it sometimes.
Okay, you really?
I don't know. They give out free toast.
True. I mean, yeah, Eugene Labrador. Yeah. I mean, if you could go back to Penn, what would you change like a part of your games? Was there anything you could change?
Yeah, I would take a lot more 3-pointers and work on my threes earlier in my career, or early in my starting freshman year, right? I would have definitely worked on my 3-point shooting, get my shots up, catch and shoot. So
apparently, everyone likes eating the toast. Apparently, yeah, you've been trying to go. Yeah, it's popular stuff. It's gonna be sold out. I can't imagine that going back.
Yeah,
dude, that'd be insane.
It's been like a year, a little over a year.
Yeah. Now you probably keep in touch with their coach, right?
Yep, Coach Donahue. Yeah, keep in touch with all the coaches, the assistants as well.
All right. Now, when you were going into Penn, wasn't there another coach there that he left? I was just confused about that.
Yeah, so the coach that offered me was Jerome Allen, and he was the coach at Penn at the time. And then I think he resigned when I was going into my freshman year. So I never had him. And then he became the assistant coach of the Celtics.
He went to the Celtics?
Yep.
Oh, my God. Is he still there?
I think he just moved to a different team. Maybe he's on the Raptors now. But he's a good guy, good coach. So Jerome Allen. He coached a lot of good players.
Yeah, dude, you and I learn something new every day. Dude. Yeah, where'd you play high school ball at?
Mitch, you want to answer that one?
I mean, come on, it's my alma mater, Cherry Hill East. I mean, damn. I bet you can wish you can visit again, right?
Yeah. I want to get to a game. I haven't been – that school seems so small now. Right?
I remember being there as a freshman 2 years before you, and I was just like, is this real? Like, my sister was a senior at that time. At least I had, like – your sister was at the school same with you, right? She was there? Or she graduated?
My sister was there.
She was there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. If you're looking for the best cheesesteak at Penn, I would ask you to venture a little further and go to a place called Delisandro's. Delisandro's. It's near Philadelphia University. Oh, he's on the Pistons. That's right.
Thanks, Robert.
But yes, Delisandro's is a great. Wow, it's a senior year.
Yeah.
Delisandro's is I think it's the best cheesesteak in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That's my hot take.
I can't remember when I had like a Philadelphia cheesesteak. I can't remember.
It's been a while.
I go to 4th Street Deli a lot.
Oh,
Like all the time. My dad and I would go there.
that deli's good.
Yeah, it's big though. Like
Yeah.
the food you get.
What do you get there? What do you like?
The corned beef, obviously. My dad and I split, so I would get like a veggie omelet. We would split because everything would be too big.
Yeah.
And the corned beef hash, I would get that every time.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. See, he knows, or he or she.
Yeah. Tony Luke.
All right, that's it. That's pretty good.
Never had that.
If you had to choose who's the best player you've ever played against, I think Jaylen Brown. I mean, he's an all-star. He'd be the best player I played against.
Yeah. I mean, if the Suns won the championship, you could have said Mikal Bridges.
Exactly. Yeah.
I still can't believe they made it to the finals. I still can't believe it.
It's a good ball team. I'm afraid. Yeah. I'm afraid of Milwaukee again next year.
Oh yeah.
They're good. They're good.
I mean, do you really think the Suns could have made it when everyone was healthy?
If everyone's healthy, I think the Nets win the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, they could have won. KD's foot was on the line.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Like,
I was at that game. I was at that game, Mitch.
I remember seeing that on your Instagram. I was like, what the hell?
And I was behind the basket, so I didn't even know that his foot was on the line. So I was going crazy, thought he won it. And then they say it's tie game, and I was pretty bummed out.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, your seats for that game had to been good, right? They were like
they were behind the basket, but I got the tickets because my best friend and a player on my team and my roommate in college, player at Penn, Matt McDonald, is it works for the Brooklyn Nets front office. So he hooked it up.
You know everybody, don't you?
It's just I get lucky with I have really good friends.
Yeah, you do. I just can't believe that. Jeez. Okay, here we go.
If we don't trade Simmons, we're basically running it back because Drummond and Dwight are literally the same people. Yeah.
Drummond is younger than Dwight.
I think Drummond can cover a pick and roll a little better than Dwight can.
Yeah.
This guy is so
Yeah. It just wow, I still can't believe it. Just like yesterday, I'll be playing Knockout Your House.
I know.
I remember right before school, you had everyone in front of your house playing Knockout. And then I had to go for my bus right in front of my house. I was running back.
That's where all the fun games went down.
Yeah.
My driveway is on a slant, so like you have to really know the spot.
Yeah. I mean, are they completely different players?
I think they have similarities and they have differences. I think Drummond's a better player at this point in his career. Like if you compare them right now, I think Drummond.
Really? He lives in New York City.
I think Mitch would take me one-on-one. We should do a shooting contest. Have you been shooting? I know you sometimes shoot around at the neighbor's place right there.
I go to Buzz's.
Yeah.
I go there. That's basically there or JCC, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be like everybody. So, how's Alex doing? I haven't talked to him in a minute.
Alex is good. He just graduated from Penn Law School, and he's working in New York City at a law firm starting soon.
Oh, my. Wait. What law firm?
What law? That's a good question. I have to ask. I have to ask. Maybe it's Morgan and Lewis. I don't know. I have to double check.
Man, he's been your best friend ever since I can remember.
Yeah, he's doing really well. He's
Huh?
doing really well, and
Yeah.
he's such a nice kid, and loved growing up and playing with him. How tall am I? With shoes on, I'm 6'2".
I thought you were 6'2" without shoes. Like,
I think I might be 6'2" with shoes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, how's the family doing?
The family's doing well. My mom and dad are doing well. They're down here in Margate with me right now, enjoying the nice weather. My mom works at the JCC, as you know. My dad works in Philly, but has been home because of COVID. And my sister Amanda's 28 right now. She's turning 29 in January, and she's up in New York doing digital marketing. So she likes it. She has a boyfriend now, and they moved in together, so they're in New York City together.
I'm 5'5". Yes, I'm not that tall, and yet I would love to be 7'5". Are you kidding me? I would freaking love that. Yeah, just really quick, just before I let you go, you can enjoy the beach. The weather there is probably better than here right now.
A little bit, yeah, but it's still humid. I think the weather gets nicer the later it gets. Like around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, it's really nice.
Yeah. So, what was your best experience at Penn?
The best experience had to be beating Villanova. I think I had 13 points and played most of the game. They had just come off a national championship. The fans stormed the court, and after that game, I think we were like on the verge, I think, of like in the debate of being a top 25 team.
Wow.
So that was really cool. We were in the debate, but it was a ton of fun. Seeing the 10-year drought was so special for me and my dad. Thank you so much. Obviously, I appreciate your support. Look forward to meeting you in person and hopefully at a game.
Yeah. His name is Hunter, so.
Okay. Thank you, Hunter. I will. I'll tell him. Mitch, remind me, and I'll shoot you a text, but I definitely want to take you to a Penn game.
Yeah.
Could show you the locker room and around the Palestra if we get a chance.
All right. Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Yeah, right. Thanks, Jake, for coming on, man. It was just a pleasure to catch up with you. We got to hang out when you come back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mitch. And everyone who's watching this, make sure you follow Mitch. He's onto great things. He does such a good job and is so passionate about Philadelphia sports. So you know where to watch, and it's his stream.
Yeah. I got to get Hank on here now.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'll cue him. Yeah. Oh, you played against Hank. Wait, you played against Hank, right? When he was at LaSalle, you were at Penn?
Yes. Yep, we played against him.
That must have been weird.
It was a lot of fun. We both enjoyed it.
All right. Yeah, it's not fair. Like, it's height, it's not fair. It's not part of my family. Not at all. But guys, thank you so much for coming. It was it was very fun, and I'm gonna get another guest on here soon. And yeah, thanks, guys. Really appreciate you. All right, peace, guys.
Thanks, Mitch. See you later.
No problem, man. See ya. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for coming. It's really fun. I'm gonna do a live stream at 8 o'clock tonight. My podcast. I'm having Foothills Uncensored Vic 3, and yeah. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a radio host on. We're going to talk about the Eagles, stuff like that. So, it was really fun, guys. Thank you all for coming. Smash that like button, please. We had 9 people in here at one time. Smash that like button, guys. It goes a long way. Subscribe. I'm going to be sharing this like on Twitter, see on there, Instagram. I'm going to share this everywhere. Just please like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'm going to do another video after this. And yeah, guys, thank you all so much. I do this for y'all, guys. All right. Peace. MK out.